Welcome to Always Analog, where we celebrate the beauty of analog technology in the digital world. A pencil review today. The Tombow 2558 HB. Now it's important for me to distinguish that I have reviewed this pencil before. However, it was a long time ago, and it was the 2558B grade, not the HB. And I will say straight away that I love this pencil, the B. There is something about these Japanese B grade pencils that I am just so drawn to. I just love how the core writes and feels and responds. I really love the B. And I've got some other Japanese manufactured pencils in B that I'll try to get to in the weeks ahead. However, for the purpose of today's review, we are looking at the Tombow 2558 in HB, which I have not tried. Haven't reviewed it, haven't tried it, but I do have these, and let's start by looking at the box. So it's frankly the same box that's used in the B. I don't know what other grades this comes in. Perhaps a 2B as well. I'm not sure. I might be misspoken there. But basically, you've got a illustration of the pencil on the box. You have the Tombow trademark, the dragonfly, 2558. I'm not sure what all the Japanese letters are telling us. Office, school, and family use. Okay. There's the side of the box. We have some information on the back in Japanese. So I'm sorry I cannot translate that for you. Note that these pencils are made in Vietnam. So it's not a Japanese-made pencil, it's a Vietnamese-made pencil, even though Tombow is a Japanese company. So I stand corrected there. Okay, that's the eraser end. Inside the box, you've got a code there. Let's open this end here. These are unsharpened. These are cedar pencils. How's our quality control here? I am looking at 12, I would say, very well centered cedar. Look at that wood. How pretty is that? Pencils in this box. Okay. And here we have the pencil. It's such an interesting tone on this ferrule. It's the same ferrule that's used here on the B grade. I'll call it bronzy. In some light, it almost has a purple hue to it. Here, it can almost look black. It's a very interesting color finish on that metal. But you'll note that the ferrule is crimped on and the eraser is crimped on the ferrule. So we have really imprint on two sides of the hex, a very soft corner, by the way, very soft corner on this hex, and very comfortable pencil to hold. High quality, Dragonfly, Tombow, 2558 HB. Return it since 1913. For general writing, there's a barcode there. That is all there is to it. And it is a yellow pencil. Not yellow like a Ticonderoga. Really more of a golden hue on the Tombow, as I think you can see. Not quite, doesn't have the brightness of, oh, what do we got? Pen and Gear. Murado Classic. Just to show you differences here. USA Titanium. So, okay. Now let's sharpen this so we can get to writing. I'm going to use just a little Apsara blade sharpener here so that we can fully see and appreciate that beautiful cedar coming off this pencil, that ribbon. How about that? I'm going to expect it to sharpen fairly evenly because the cores were all centered, I think. Although this sharpener is dull. I got one here that's still got a little sharpness on the blade. You know, they give you these free sharpeners and these Apsara pencils, which is nice. They don't last real long. They certainly wouldn't sharpen the whole box of pencils. But anyways, we've got a point on it now. So, let's get to writing. I'm going to be using here. A couple people have asked me what I write on, and I use various different pads. This is one that I like. I always pick these up when I'm in France, made in France, and it's the Rhodia high-grade vellum paper. I like it's got a nice weight, and you know, I sometimes like the grid as opposed to a line or a blank sheet. The dotted sheets I don't use for some reason. Those just haven't caught on with me. Maybe I need to give them another chance. Okay, here we go. This is the HB version of the Tombow. Two, 5, 5, 8. So, what can I say about this pencil that might not be evident in the use? It's extremely smooth. It is a dark HB. It's a comfortable pencil to hold. Let's see. Yeah, we have a little bit of a smudge drag. It does come with an eraser. Of course, Tombow makes erasers, as we know. So, here's the attached eraser. Let me fetch my Mono Non-Dust Eraser by Tombow and put that to this graphite and see how it does. Wow. So I think we can see yeah. Nobody really puts their best on the pencil. They really want you to buy a block eraser, preferably theirs. There's a Muji, Pentel here. I'm trying all these Asian erasers. What else do I have? Well, I think, again, discounting the attached pencils, fairly decent erasability. Certainly a solid B, and depending on the eraser, it could even go up to a B+. Point retention. Let's take a look here where we are so far. You can see we're wearing at it. But I also want to do a little side-by-side comparison here. That's dark. Here's the B version of this pencil. Is it darker? Wow. Boy, they are fairly close. I would say the B, if the B is darker, camera doesn't always really, let me see if I can bring it up to the camera. You know, the B looks a smidge, the color, you can see a little pale in the HB because presumably it doesn't probably have as much graphite as the B. And so you see a little bit more of the bleed through from the paper, where the B is completely, the line of the B has really closed off the paper. But that said, I would say it's a subtle difference. If I just grabbed it, if I saw the ferrule and grabbed it and not really looked, I don't know that I would know the difference. Certainly not immediately. Perhaps after a little bit of writing. But this Tombow 2558 is just a lovely pencil. Really is. So nice. I can't find too much to criticize about it. So, and by the way, price-wise, gosh, it's each pencil is, you know, I'm trying to think what the dozen was US, $9, something like that. 10. Anyways, we certainly know we could pay a lot more money for pencils that are, you know, marketed to be as good of a quality as this. So as far as I'm concerned, these pencils are not only a high quality, they're also a very high value for really what you get. Wish the eraser was a little better, but certainly not a deal breaker. I'm always disappointed with the erasers, and not sure if they make these without an eraser. I would be tempted to just get a plain cap pencil or one without an eraser. But the Tombow 2558 HB and the B grade too, I highly recommend. And I thank you for spending time with me for this review. And please subscribe if you haven't done so. And share and like if you're so inclined. I appreciate your time, and I'll look forward to seeing you again here soon on Always Analog.